Hi sir, good day. My name is Nicor of BSN2. Today I will be talking about the situational leadership, servant leadership, and the transformational leadership, and the last one is the sustaining change. So, my first topic is all about the situational leadership model. In situational leadership, effective leaders adapt their leadership styles to the situation of the member of this organization, to the readiness and willingness of the member. So, it is self-explanatory that in this leadership, the leader must have a positive behavior to do the task so that his member will follow. So, Paul Hershey and Kenneth Blanchard in 1996, who characterized leadership style in terms of amount of the task behavior and relationship behavior that leader provide to their followers. They categorize all leadership styles into four behavioral styles, which they name S1 to S4. So first is the S1, the selling and directing. Selling and directing is the individual lack the specific skills required for the job in hand, and they are willing to work at the task. They are novice but enthusiastic. The second, or the S2, which is the telling and coaching. In this behavior, the individual are more able to do the task. However, they are demotivated for this job or task, unwilling to do the task. So, in this behavior, the individual is they have a skills to do the task, but they are demotivated or unwilling to the task. Have experience but unable to do the task, but lack of confidence to lack of confidence in herself to do the task, or lack of willingness to take a responsibility. So the last behavior, which is the S4, which is the delegating, individual experience at the task and comfortable with their own ability to do it well, and also they are able and willing to not only to the task but to take a responsibility for the task. So it is a self-explanatory also, so everyone can understand. So my second topic is all about the servant leadership. According to Robert K. Greenleaf, 1977, who coined the paradoxical term servant leadership, according to him, servant first, it begins with the natural feelings that one wants to serve. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. The best test is to do to those serve grows as person too. Today, while being served become healthier, wiser, freer, more autonomous, more likely themselves to become servant. The best example of the, the servant leadership is the public servant, to refer appointed and elected officials of the government, to emphasize the fact that they indeed are servant of the people. Their first duty is to serve, and in serving they lead. They didn't think of their power as a leader first. If they do, they tend to become more conscious of their importance, felt over their conscious of their power over their constituents, and tend to impose that power or make their importance felt over their constituents, and forget that if ever they are given power, it is to serve their people. Someone said power corrupts, and I need it does. When leaders think first of their power and forget the very reason why such power was given, is to serve the greatest teacher. Matthew 20 to 27. And whoever wants to be first among you must be your slave. And my third topic is all about the transformational leadership. As a transformational leader, he or she makes positive changes in the organization by collaboratively develop new vision for the organization and mobilizing members to work towards that vision. For example, the transformation school leaders sees school culture as it could be and should be, not as it is, and play her or his role as a visionary, engager, learner, collaborator, and instructional leader. To do this, the transformational leader combines charisma, inspirational leadership, and intellectual stimulation to introduce innovation for the transformation of the organization. The last one is the sustaining change. Sustaining change also is a form is reformed to transform. The innovation introduced by the transformation leader must be institutional and sustained, or else that innovation is simply a passing fad that loses its flavor after a time. A proof that innovation introduced has transformed the organization is that the result or effect of the change persists or ripples even when the transformative leader is gone or it is transferred to another school or gets promoted in an organization. For example, we feel most comfortable with our old pair of shoes. We like to live in our comfort zones, and so sometimes we don't welcome change. And yet, if we want to improve in the way we do things in our organization, in our school, or if we want to improve in life, we must be willing to change. The transformation leader ought to deal with persistence to change to succeed. There always be resistors to change. To ensure that innovation he or she introduced leads to transformation of the organization. Mr. Marato of Bayan ABCBN of 2011 gives an advice on how to sustain change. Number 1. Seek the people of the stakeholders. The leader must build a strong coalition of allies in order to push for any meaningful change that would yield result. Innovation cannot be forced upon the leaders, the student, the parents, the community without serious consequences. Number 2. Get people involved early and often. Resistance drops off in proportion of the involvement of participants. You must not expect 100% support from any individual who was not personally involved in a change that affected his or her work. It is the best to set up networks to reach out to as many people as possible. Number 3. Plan a communication campaign to sell or the Innovation Murata 2011 assert the change in vision must cascade downward to the last lesson plan and ripple sideward to win the support of the major stakeholders. Number 4, ensure that the innovation is understood by all. The benefits and costs must be appreciated and weighed carefully. Number 5, the last one is the consider training, timing, and pacing. These are highly critical. Missteps might backfire, and lack of sensitivity of stakeholders might lead to resistance. So, here are various methods that leaders employ. Number 1, model the way. The leader must be the one be as a role model to their member, so that the member will follow him to do the task. The second is share your vision or enlist others. Third is the challenge the process. Look for way to grow. Enable others to act. Empower others. Number 5 is set goals, and number 6, build trust. 7, give the direction so that your member will easy to follow or understand you. The last one is encourage the heart, give possible reinforcement. That's all. Thank you.